Hello everyone, and we're back with more Manor Regulars action. I'm your caster Invisible Jong, and once again, joined by me today is Panda, as the two of us are going to bring you with more Manor Regulars action. So Panda, like it's been like 4 days already, but we're now heading into the semifinals, and there are two teams over here. So, want to do the honor to introduce who they are?
Yes, Jong, I would love to. Wait give me a sec.
Yeah. Take your time.
Cannot
Oh, you cannot see?
So we can see in Tianba we have survivors called. Firstly, we have Meng Yan, Norton, Carl, LB, Conus, and Immortal as survivors. In the Hunter side, we can see there's Isokanya and Doma.
Yep. So we're going to move on to the next one. Team Vacuity. We have Kahari, Stalkers, Taffy, and Caradonna as the survivor, and Mother Towson as the hunter. As we're going to be moving on to the bracket. So it has already been like a couple of days, but we can see that currently Panda's team right here, IVE, is waiting at the finals. Meanwhile, for Team Tianba and VC, they're going to be battling off at the losers bracket, and the winning team will be facing off against IVE in a best of 5 finals tomorrow. So we only have one match today, same as last Saturday. But I'm actually very excited to see though, because for Team Tianba, they were the second place of Group B from what I recall, and they got defeated by your team, IVE, so that's why they began at the losers bracket. And meanwhile for Vacuity, they also got defeated by you, I think it was last Sunday. So it's exciting to see these two teams face off to see who will be crawling back up against IVE.
Yeah, Jong, I'm very excited to see which team will advance. Because in the previous IMR, if I'm not wrong, it was Faculty, is it?
Vacuity.
ATG.
Yeah, ATG at the finals, but Faculty was actually also third place last tournament. So right now they're looking to fight to make it past third, especially because this time there will be prize money for second place in compared to before. And by the way, Lambo, you can begin the band pick. So
what's the prize money for second place?
Yeah. Okay. So hold on. I have to check if I remember correctly. But for previously, it's always 100 for the winner. This time, because I got more teams, I upped it to 120 for the winners and 30 for the second place. So this time there will be a prize if you don't get first. So there is something to play for today. So both teams definitely want to win to at least get something, and also a potential to get to the finals.
Wow. So this game is very crucial in order for which team can advance to semifinals.
Oh, I think you meant finals because it's finals tomorrow.
Yeah, finals, yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm also looking forward to, because Tianba definitely made a long way here, beginning the live stream round in the losers bracket, but defeated 3 teams in a row, which was Anon Tokyo Fighting Bulls, Lunarfia, and Armada X to make their way here. So as we can see, we're moving on to the first round right now, and it's going to be Mother Thousand hunting first, and they'll be hunting against Tianba survivors, as the Seer and Priestess are the first 2 being banned, which is a standard practice from Mother Thousand. And one thing to note about Mother Thousand is definitely his geisha, because his geisha last week definitely gave us a huge eye-opener, didn't it?
Yeah. We can see that Mother Thousand excels in those chasing type hunters, and he also has a Dream Witch as his secret trump card.
Yep.
So against IVE, we were all shocked that Mother Thousand even decided to pick Dream Witch against us at Red Church. Because knowing that Mother Thousand has an Oprah and Geisha, which is more meta stronger hunters compared to the Dream Witch.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Geisha is actually very very relevant in the meta, because I heard that after the new engine buff, she is much more fluent with her dashes. I have not tried it, but this is what I've heard. And it was so bad that NetEase had to nerf her a while back, so I guess we should definitely keep in mind of Geisha, as the Antiquarian and First Officer are the first 2 being selected. Very decent enough if they're trying to prevent a Geisha, but from what I recall, Mother Thousand does also have the Opera Singer and the Ivy to play with though, so an Ivy may be possible here.
Yeah, but we can see that Team Tianba has chosen a very stable first 2 picks, picking an Antiquarian to counter all those single hit hunters like Dream Witch, Oprah, and even Geisha, and have picked First Officer as a stable rescuer against Ivy, Oprah, or even Geisha. But the bad thing about picking a First Officer so early into the game, especially in BO1, knowing that Mother Thousand has a Dream Witch, it is a potential chase for the Dream Witch, or even Geisha, because Geisha can easily force the Pocket Watch and get her distance to trick the FO to use his remaining Pocket Watches, and then before dashing and getting a hit on the First Officer.
Yeah.
So we can see that Mother Thousand has banned the Puppeteer as third one, and has chosen Gardener to counter Mother Thousand's single hit hunters, which is a very excellent choice.
Oh yeah, because Mother Thousand is known for his single hit, so that's why we're seeing this ban pick. Tianba definitely did their homework, and we are going to be seeing the Fire Investigator as the last pick. So this is a relevant, a pretty solid team comp from Mother Thousand's, or rather from Tianba's side. So the question will be now onto Team Vacuity on how are they, for Mother Thousand, will he be pulling out his Geisha? Because his Geisha, I think it's still playable here, because the Antiquarian can counter the Geisha, but a good Geisha player can mitigate it. And the Fire Investigator, I think in theory Geisha is not too afraid of the Fire Investigator, so I think Geisha is possible here. I can see Dream Witch having a problem with the Gardener's Shield, but Geisha is possible. Though Red Church, I think, is not the best map for Geisha to play in.
Yeah, especially this team comp is very strong in its kiting, I would say.
Yeah.
But the good thing about Geisha is, it counters Fire Investigator, as she's able to catch up when the Fire Investigator chooses to use his ball. And it's also allowed to fly through the ball. So this is why a lot of IVL hunters they've chosen to pick Geisha against Fire Investigator.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. So we're currently waiting on the pick, and hold on. I think I just realized that Vacuity's hunter's not in the lobby. I'll contact them in a bit. I'm trying to think if it's not Geisha though. I think Dream Witch may have a problem here, because the Gardener's bubbles can remove the leech and give it a hard time, and Fire Investigator I'm not too sure, but I think, hold on, I just realized that in Red Church, the Fire Investigator does have some strengths in terms of using the pads to block off certain chairs, because the corner strategy, I've seen that playing before, and this might be possible. I think Tianba, I just realized with Fire Investigator and Gardener, maybe they want to pull off that trick where you go down at a corner, Fire Investigator blocks it off, and Gardener destroys the chair. I see a potential of this.
Yeah, there's a potential of how well the Fire Investigator can OB the survivors, but if I'm not wrong, the survivors have to bring struggle in order to make this trick more efficient. So because the more the time the Fire Investigator has to be there, there's a higher chance of him getting a hit or even wasting his balls at the same time. So we need to see how well can the Fire Investigator hide and trick Mother Thousand in not able to find a Fire Investigator in order to have a successful OB.
Yep. Yeah. So sorry, can I talk for a bit? Because I think faculty player is not in the lobby. I need to go get them.
Yeah. So
thank you.
So going to this BO1, I'm very interested to see what Mother Thousand will be picking against a NT First Officer, Gardener, and a Fire Investigator team comp. If it's me, I think picking if Mother Thousand has an N, it is very strong against this team comp because it's still playable against the Anti-Courier and the First Officer. And in terms of Gardener, but we can see that Mother Thousand has chosen his most favorite, strongest hunter, which is his Geisha, which I think is a decent choice. But against the Anti-Courier and against the Gardener, it will be still a bit annoying in terms of the OB, especially Gardener with the bubble. The Geisha can't do anything. The Geisha must hit the bubble, then can even get a hit on the Gardener, which is very annoying, especially for a Geisha. So let's see how Mother Thousand will be able to play this Geisha against this team comp.
I think this team comp, I would rate it 50-50 on both sides because I can see this team comp working, but I can also see like the Geisha also having a potential to go through. Though I'll note this once again, Red Church is not a map where the Geisha is strong at. So, oh never mind. It seems that someone else got Mother Thousand invited. So yep. I think it's 50-50, though the best chase is probably the Fire Investigator first, because I think against a Geisha, Fire Investigator's rescue pads will be like depleted very fast, and once it's gone, then he'll be a complete whiteboard. Because Geisha does have killing potential Gardener has killing potential to kill the Geisha, because Geisha does not like survivors that are tanky, which the Gardener is, and Lambo you can begin once you add Legendary mode.
Yeah, so against this team comp, I would say most likely the Geisha will be focusing on the Fire Investigator, or would he focus on the Gardener? Most likely he wouldn't chase the Anti-Courier because Anti-Courier is very annoying as it very hard counters the Geisha.
Yeah.
So I would say most likely either the Fire Investigator or the Gardener would be a good choice.
Yeah, also added the fact that Anti-Courier will likely be bringing Flywheel effect, and Geisha does not like Flywheel effects at all, because the Flywheel effects can like cancel out her dashes. Like Broken Windows does not do damage against Geisha, but Flywheel effect does. So another thing to note is that if Tianba was expecting this Geisha, because if they were, then maybe they could have considered bringing at least 2 Flywheel effects. So let me hop into the game to see how many Flywheels they got. And oh yes, indeed! Look at this, Panda. They are well prepared as they have 3 Flywheel effects, telling everyone, I know that you're playing Geisha. Bring it on! I got Flywheels.
I would say Team Tianba was focusing on countering the Dream Witch, I think, because after Tianba have saw the game Ive against faculty, he knows that Mother Thousand may pick Dream Witch or BO1.
True.
So they have chosen a stable persona like a Flywheel to counter it. But it's very risky when all of them have chosen Flywheel, you know? Because Mother Thousand can still play Opera Singer, which is still very strong.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it's definitely a bit of a risk that if Mother Thousand plays the Opera, then this will be something different entirely. But I think for Tianba, they maybe think that like Mother Thousand will either play Geisha or Dream Witch first, and both of them do not like Flywheel effects. So it definitely worked out for Team Tianba's favor. So we'll have to see now how Mother Thousand is going to deal against this team comp, because it's clear as day that Team Tianba are prepared for this Geisha.
Yeah, we can see that Mother Thousand has chosen one of the best spawn, picking middle broken, forcing the survivors to rotate. And most likely he'll be going for the Fire Investigator at center.
Yep, definitely.
So we see that Mother Thousand has immediately used the butterfly to dash to catch up the distance against the Fire Investigator. And the Fire Investigator will be rotating to the lock cipher at graveyard to prevent it disrupting any ciphers.
Yeah, I think the plan. Oh, hold on. It seems that here Norton tried to hide her footsteps a bit, but I don't think it's going to help that much, because now Mother Thousand is already in flying range. So let's see. Goes for a swing here, but that swing seems to be too offhanded and uses a rescue pad to block off the area. but we can see that Norton didn't manage to like really transition in the meantime. So that Mother Geisha is still, or rather Mother Talzin is still in flying distance, unless he goes for a hit over the pallet here, and it seems that over here the Fire Investigator made a massive error, trapping himself in the corner with the rescue pad, which is a huge blunder for Norton over here.
I have never seen that mistake by a Fire Investigator before, by trapping himself inside the ball, bro.
Like, well, I actually have seen that before with players, but not in that corner. So this is a huge like disadvantage for Team Tianba right now, because their ciphers are not enough. We can see that the first wave of ciphers are only at 80 right now, and the Fire Investigators are already down with nothing to work with. So the first officer is coming in and goes for the drop down hit, not being able to, is able to pull off the rescue. But the question is, how long can the Fire Investigator last, because he does not have any rescue pads. But it seems that Mother Talzin wants to go for the officer, but gave up and goes back to the Fire Investigator.
Yeah, we can see that Manor Talzin was confused in the moment after the rescue, thinking that the first officer going to the front gate is the Fire Investigator, because first officer has the skill in terms of after rescuing, both of the survivors will look exactly like the first officer. Yeah. So we can see, due to this mistake, the Fire Investigator managed to get some distance in transitioning and buying even more time, buying through the tight turner time, which is very crucial for the Cypher's rush. Especially his first card was not very long.
Yeah, because actually if we look at the Cypher progress, it's actually not that bad because of the Fire Investigator lasting out tight turner. But I think the question now is that if they're going to rescue this one, because the Fire Investigator no longer has any kind of abilities, but just now I saw that the Gardener is making a run towards here, so it seems that they are planning to rescue as the Gardener will be approaching, and let's see if he's able to like make this one count, because the Geisha can also go for a camp, but hits the bubble here and goes for Norton. So let's see, Gardener coming into block, is able to pull off the block, prolonging more time. As the third cipher is done, the fourth cipher is 80%, meaning that this Fire Investigator need to last for like one whole cipher.
Yeah, we can see that it's very interesting asking the Gardener come to rescue. If it's me, I would think the anti-Korean come rescue will be better for terms of cipher rush, but we can see that the rescue was very successful, able to eat 2 hits. But the Gardener and the 5 Vexer still hasn't gone down. And we can see that Mother Talzin have shown us how skillful his Geisha is, able to dash across the wall and manage to get the down on the Fire Investigator. Now we can see the Gardener is trying to play some harassment by breaking the chair. But we can see that Mother Talzin knew that the Gardener would be breaking the chair, so he will be going a chair at a different location, but the anti-Korean did not manage to stop the Geisha from chairing at the other side. And cancelling Mother Talzin dash. Cancelling Mother Talzin teleport.
Yeah, that was actually a very smart move from Antiquarian there, prolonging more time, because right now actually the survivors are in a bit of a dangerous, because we have 2 people in half health, so this cancelling the dash allows the officer to like last for a bit and to potentially prolong this kite, because right now this officer cannot go down too fast, and he still has one more watch to work with, as the Gardener and the Antiquarian will be decoded at the other side. So this play from the Antiquarian definitely bought a lot of time for the survivors.
Yeah, so we can see that how long can this first officer buy time for his teammates to start to decode, because after the first officer goes down, Mother Talzin will be able to know which direction the anti-Korean will be coming from, which is the Graveyard Cipher. So we can see that if the first officer is able to buy time for the cipher to be primed, it's even better, as Mother Talzin has just utilized his TP and is not ready yet for endgame.
Oh yeah, but Mother Talzin actually got confused for a split moment, allowing the officer to like stay alive, and this, I think the ciphers are able to be primed before this officer goes down, which is good news. Good news for the survivors, because they have time to send someone at the gate. So Mother Talzin right now would not be knocking down this officer, as he wants to wait for his teleport time. Meanwhile, the survivors will be waiting for a bit so that the Gardener can like stick at the gate. So both sides are just waiting right now, and I think right now maybe the officer can choose to vault through a window the instant pop, so that he won't give the Geisha a chance.
Yeah, we can see that Manor Talzin has managed to buy time for his teleport already, and is now going to the back gate side, because he thought that the Gardener will be at the back gate, but it's not. He has misjudged, and now if I was forcing to utilize his TP, and the Gardener will be immediately going down, and now the survivors are now scattered all around the place. If I'm Manor Talzin, I will be chairing the Gardener right now, because the Gardener has flywheel. and his self-heal is very fast. If he's not able to get it down in time, this game most likely look like a draw already.
Yeah, and especially the fact that you're going to find Antiquarian, yes, but the Antiquarian is the one person that can kite you out, and is able to use one swing to prolong some time. And I think that's a very risky play from Mother Townsend from not sharing the Gardener, but let's see will it come back to haunt him, or no, oh, not being able to get the fly, the Gardener is about to self-heal, and the Gardener will pop that gate, the detention, or rather the dungeon is in the vicinity, so Mother Townsend has to be very careful with his plays.
Yeah, we can see that both the gates are already opening at 90%.
And flywheel. Yep, flywheel effect is gonna come in play. So can LB make the escape? Because LB right now is the one in the advantage because he can just wait to out the tension. It is Mother Townsend the one scared, but this is a missed hit though, which does give Mother Townsend a bit of chance. Hits him onto there.
We can see that the Mother Townsend have managed to dodge the stick, but LB has used the jumping effect on the Antiquarian, allowing him to land on the dungeon.
Yeah.
And achieving this 3-man escape.
Yeah, I think it was exactly as what you said over there, Panda. I feel like he definitely. Oh, sorry. There's no data. I feel like he definitely should have chaired the Gardener, because after chair the Gardener, he has all the time in the world to like try and find the Antiquarian and the officer, because like the Antiquarian is the only one that can kite this one out. So the moment he saw it's an Antiquarian, he should have instantly retreated and go back to chair the Gardener to ensure a tie. Like if it's an officer, then yes, you can chase. But the Antiquarian is just counters Geisha too much.
Yeah, we can see that Mother Townsend has made a mistake, misjudging the fact that misjudged the
situation.
He's able to get the down on the Antiquarian in time. He should have focused on securing the draw first by chairing the Gardener, then started to go for the last started to trying to find if is there anyone giving a denial going for the rescue. If he's able to find the person who is going for the rescue, he's able to get the 3k elimination and give. But it turns out that he managed to found the Antiquarian, but he's not able to get the Antiquarian down in time. And the Gardener is able to self-heal and open the gate and allowing the Antiquarian to go to the dungeon escape.
Yes. So anyways, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll see everyone after the break. See in a bit.
I have always believed that the most beautiful thing in this world is the smile of a child. They are always so delighted to see me. Except for this boy. He seems indifferent to everything. So many times, I still fail to understand.
I don't understand. What does this mean?
I still want to try, just one time, to get closer to you. Confused, unknown, quietness. Is this how you perceive the world?
他是我孩子，那我肯定不能放弃他。
I still wish to get closer to you.
他很小的时候就非常自己在
3岁多的样子，
不看人，
之前也没有了解过
对视。
但他还是我独一无二的宝贝嘛。虽然他确诊了孤独症，但他真的很善良。我想让他和其他孩子一起上课。我也想他和其他孩子们一起啊。我只想你快乐、健康就好。我们永远都会爱你。
These stars shine with kindness. I have always cherished them, for they will never be extinguished. When the deep night surrounds you, may they become your stars in the darkness. Voyager 1, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
I've brought you many things this time too. Continue your journey with courage. Stay the course. I have always believed that the most beautiful thing in this world is the smile of a child. They are always so delighted to see me. Except for this boy. He seems indifferent to everything. So many times, I still fail to understand.
I don't understand. What does this mean?
他以前就不只会吃玩具。
I still want to try, just one time, to get closer to you. Confused, unknown, quietness. Is this how you perceive the world?
他是我孩子呀，那我肯定不能放弃他。
I still wish to get closer to you.
他很小的时候就非常自己在
3岁多的样子，
不看人，
之前也没有了解过
对视。
但他还是我独一无二的宝贝嘛。虽然他确诊了孤独症，但他真的很善良。我想让他和其他孩子一起上课。我也想他和其他孩子一起啊。我只想你快乐、健康就好。我们永远都会爱你。
These stars shine with kindness. I have always cherished them, for they will never be extinguished. When the deep night surrounds you, may they become your stars in the darkness. Voyager 1, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
I've brought you many things this time, too. Continue your journey with courage. Stay the course. I have always believed that the most beautiful thing in this world is the smile of a child. They are always so delighted to see me. Except for this boy. He seems indifferent to everything. So many times, I still fail to understand.
I don't understand. What does this mean?
他以前就不只会吃玩具。
I still want to try, just one time, to get closer to you. Confused, unknown, quietness. Is this how you perceive the world?
他是我孩子呀，那我肯定不能放弃他。
I still wish to get closer to you.
他很小的时候就非常自己在
3岁多的样子，
不看人，
之前也没有了解过
对视。
但他还是我独一无二的宝贝嘛。虽然他确诊了孤独症，但他真的很善良。我想让他和其他孩子一起上课。我也想他和其他孩子一起啊。我只想你快乐、健康就好。我们永远都会爱你。
These stars shine with kindness. I have always cherished them, for they will never be.
Alright, hello. Well, that's one way to begin. So, hello everyone, and welcome back to Manor Regulars action. So, just a quick recap on the score. As in the earlier round just now, Tianba managing to achieve a free escape under Mother Taozen's geisha, which is a huge feat in its own, after Mother Taozen made some errors endgame where he did not find a clear target. So this means that with that free escape, now Tianba's hunter Doma only needs to achieve a tie in order to win the first round. Lambo, you can begin.
Yeah, so we know that Doma has a very skillful goatman.
Mm-hmm.
But it really depends on how well Doma will be able to play his goatman to able to secure the draw. Especially after the nerf, the goatman has been nerfed quite badly. So like said previously, there's not really much room for mistakes for the Goatman. So it really depends on how well Doma will be able to show to us either his skillful Goatman or the mistakes he'll be making along the way.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Goatman, after being nerfed, I think he's still number 1, but his room of error is definitely not as big as before. So we are going to be moving on and seeing the first 2 survivors being banned are the Priestess and the Puppeteer, which this is definitely indicating towards a Goatman, just because Priestess counters the Goatman, and also Puppeteer, tanky survivor, and we all know Goatman hates tankiness.
Yeah, so if I was the Goatman, I would be banning the Puppeteer Antiquarian first to prevent to prevent survivors from kiting.
Yep.
Especially Antiquarian really hard counters those single hit hunters, especially a Goatman. And Puppeteer is very annoying in terms of the sense that it can absorb, is able to absorb 4 hits, which is almost 4 cages of the Goat.
Oh, definitely. I think it really just depends on the personal preference, because we also did see Priestess making a counter against the Goatman by using the portals to escape the cages. I think we saw that earlier in the tournament when Tianba played against, I don't recall which team was it, but I can definitely see why. And we're now waiting on the first 2 survivor picks, which is the Perfumer and the Psychologist. So yep, it's definitely preparation against the Goatman. But for faculty, I think they're not interested in selecting the Antiquarian so far, it seems like.
Yeah, John, you need a screen share.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right.
Yeah, so we can see that Team Faculty has chosen a very hard counter against the Goatman by picking the Perfume. Really, those hard counters to those single hit hunters. But in terms of Perfumer, there's still a chance of the Perfumer making a mistake, especially Goatman. His ability to get a hit is very fast. So it's not guaranteed that the Perfumer can able to kite that 10 seconds till her second perfume is ready.
Oh yeah, it's definitely no guarantee. But I think, to be fair, if a Perfumer uses her perfumes inside the cages, then the Goatman will definitely wait it out, because getting a hit now means that she will get back into full health, and also the cage would drop, which is not something what Goatman want. So we are going to be seeing the Coordinator being selected as the 3rd survivor pick here. So I think for Cord, it's just ensures a guaranteed rescue, because Coordinator, why she's so good in this meta, is also her flare gun can kite out a bit and also ensure a guaranteed rescue, which can be crucial with all these very strong hunters. But for Coordinator, there is a potential error of, or rather risk of, her being chased first. And there is a thing that I would very like to see, Panda, is that during the cages, I know you can use the cages help to get the bullets to turn around and make the flare gun miss entirely. So let's see what that happen.
Yeah, it really the Doma can be able to time the cage.
Yep.
Yeah, so we need to see how Doma can be able to time the cage to be able to block the flare gun if it's even possible. But if the Coordinator is able to pull off, allowing the gun to be played off against the Goatman, he's able to break cage, forcing Doma to use another cage to even get a single hit on it.
Yep. We are going to be seeing Mercenary as the last survivor pick here, which is a standard rescuer, stable stuff. So wait. Oh, sorry, my bad. Mercenary is the one being banned, my bad. So, yeah, Mercenary is banned and the Wildling is the last one being selected. So for Wildling, it also is very well against works very well against the Goatman, just because on the board, it would be a bit hard for the Goatman to get a chase down the Wildling on barefoot, and there's a potential the Wildling can last long enough for the cage to drop. But there is a potential issue, is that if you do get hit on the board, the cage does not drop. So the Wildling will have to kite this one out for a long inside cage.
Yeah, so in my team, we really prefer to have a Wildling against a Goatman, because Wildling is very annoying in terms of having unlimited items, and is able to buy a lot of time inside the cage compared to a Mercenary. Every cage, even though he managed to use the elbow pad, it really depends if he's able to use the elbow pad to escape the cage. If not, if he's trapped inside the cage, the elbow pad is very useless.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So that was also what I was thinking. So I was wondering that if Doma could have banned the Wild Link over the Mercenary, because as you mentioned, Mercenary elbow pad is useless inside a cage. As you use an elbow pad and then boom, you're still in the cage, and you might even elbow pad onto the hunter's face if you're not fortunate enough with those cages. So as we are right now, we are waiting on the personal selections, and from what I know, against the Goatman, flywheel effect is more preferable, right?
Yes, that's right, John.
Ah, yeah, because broken windows, it does not... Like, you get a speed boost and you're still inside the cage. Flywheel effect may be able to, like, kite it out and last for a bit. So, if Vacuity is prepared for this Goatman, then we probably would see free flywheel effects moving into this game, if that's indeed the case here. So, the thing is that this team comp is definitely very good against the Goatman, but Goatman is just so strong that even the best counter comp can only make it like a 50-50. So it really depends on like how the survivors play it out and how skilled is the Goatman's cages are, because a skilled Goatman can completely negate these items, but if one missed cage and the game falls apart because Goatman got nerfed. On Lambo, you can begin.
Yeah, so knowing that the survivors will be making a strong hard counter towards you, maybe Doma will be making like an N, especially an N counters a Perfumer, but we see that Doma has chosen to go with his Goatman still.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely makes sense because there's no reason to not use Goatman when you're proficient with it. And I think for Disciple is that, yes, Disciple is strong in this map along with Warp, but the thing is that her like upper ceiling or her max is definitely not as strong as Goatman. So in a game where like you want to score as many points as possible, especially when you only need a tie, it's much safer to use a hunter that has a very high ceiling and a high potential.
Yeah, so we can see. So let's go into going to the game. Who will Doma want to go first? Most likely, I would say chasing the coordinator would be best, because you do not want to chase a psychologist or a perfumer, which those survivors that has a higher chance of kiting you as they are able to absorb more hit. In terms of coordinator, there's a chance of you missing the flare gun or even blocking out the flare gun, so you are able to go for a quick down on the coordinator.
Yeah, I definitely would agree with you on this one, Panda. But it seems to me that the survivors all brought broken windows instead of flywheel effect. I'm not sure if they like are planning about this, or they have a plan to kite out the Goatman using broken windows. But because if their plan is to use broken windows to kite this out, then Goatman may have a high potential in like catching them down, because as we mentioned previously, broken windows doesn't help too much.
Yeah, but different teams have different playstyles. Maybe Team Vacuity is trained to play against a Goatman using broken windows, so
yep.
It really depends on how well they were able to utilize broken windows. As not everyone is very confident using in terms of flywheel.
Oh yeah,
so let's see.
Yeah, you're right about that. So yeah, we're gonna head into the BO1 second half between Team Vacuity and Team Tianba, and remind you, in this game, Doma only needs to get a tie in order for Team Tianba to win the first round. So let's see how this plays out, because if he can get like a 3 or 4 man, then this will be a massive point deficit for Team Tianba, or rather Team Vacuity. So Goatman spawning in, going to be marching straight towards Kahari's Psychologist instead. So it seems that Goatman wants to take this Psychologist down, and as we mentioned before, the Goatman this meta room of error is very little, as it seems to me that Doma does not know where the Psychologist went to and is looping around to the other end of the graveyard, and the Psychologist managed to slide away, or rather like keep herself hidden for now.
Yeah, we can see that the Psychologist is buying a lot of time by hiding. I know we can see that Doma has saw the footsteps of the Psychologist.
Huh?
But he did not saw the footsteps?
It's either he did not saw or he's not interested in chasing. Gonna go after Caradona's coordinator. Oh, that is why he got excitement. So his plan is to bait out the Psychologist, then use excitement. And actually, this is not a good situation, because look, the core is trapped in a weird area and it goes for the hit excitement, but misses the swing over there. So this is good. Allow the core to last for a bit. We can see that the wall is here prepared to help, but a cage, and the Walling cannot come in and help, and down goes the court in like 20 seconds of that kite.
Yeah, we can see that Doma purposely wasted time affecting the psychologist, preventing her from decoding, allowing the coordinator to think that Hunter is chasing psychologist, forcing the coordinator to go out in the open to decode. So once his assignment is ready, then he started using his cage towards the coordinator and able to get it down very quickly.
Yeah, so actually this is not looking good for Team Faculty, and Walling has to be very careful in how he positions himself, or else he's gonna get hit. Goldman goes for not being able to get the hit. Hold on, Walling in a very bad position. There he goes, takes the first hit over there. So I feel like Walling definitely should have hopped the board right off the bat rather than now, because he cannot pull off the rescue now. He's in a very bad spot.
Yeah, but we can see that Doma has made a mistake in terms of using the wall and allowing the Walling to get a rescue in time.
Yeah.
If he's able to utilize the wall any other time earlier, the Walling wouldn't even be able to go down into the basement, as he's in the pig form. He's not able to break the wall, preventing the rescue.
Yep. Yeah, you're definitely right about that. So we can see that Doma will be continue aiming towards the Caradona's coordinator, as he knew that which direction the coordinator was at. Is able to put the cage here, but watch out, his resentment level is very low, so if he misses this cage, he'll have nothing to work with. So right now we can see that Doma is in no hurry, uses the first cage, misses the swing. Is he able to get a second one? Nope, not being able to. And right now, this is very bad for Doma because he no longer has enough resentment level for the next cage, meaning that Caradona is able to kite past Ty Turner time. And with this position, it'll be very hard to down the court with just one chair, or rather one cage. Oh!
We can see that Doma had made another mistake, and now he has no more resentment. And the coordinator is able to buy so much time.
Yeah, and
so now...
sorry, continue?
So now if I was the Walling, I will be coming over to help to body block or even help to OB against Caradona. Against the coordinator, and now you see that psychologist is making a way, but it's too late. The coordinator will be going down, but due to this wonderful second guy going for the double down on the Walling, Caradona is able to kite out 3 of the cages by herself and buying time for the Cypher, and now there's a high potential for a 4-man endgame, John.
Yeah, but this potential might be gone because this last Cypher is right at the Hunter's face, and I imagine Abnormal will be coming into play here, which is exactly what's going to happen. So I think... yeah, the Perfumer will not be hurrying to like pull off the chair. He's just going to be chair, rescue and chair, rescue and let go, rescue and let go, rescue and let go, just to like buy even more time. Oh, is able to pull off the rescue though, but is able to achieve the block, and with one stun, the Goodman will be stunned over here, allowing the Perfumer to like kite out bit. And we can see the Walling is already rushing over with his board, so we have 3 survivors here. The time for Doma is very limited at this point.
Yeah, we can see that Doma is still making a lot of mistakes, buying time for them to block the alley, preventing for Doma even getting a hit on the coordinator.
Yeah, it seems to me that Doma is being a bit too hasty with these cages because he missed a lot. He's gonna go after the psychologist, but the thing is that the psychologist, like outside the cage, there's just so many you can do, but the psychologist is in a very bad spot, so the psychologist is in danger over here. So Doma may still achieve a tie, and yep, down he goes with that. So I think maybe that pop could have been a bit better as the psychologist was in a very weird area, and now there's still a potential for Doma to play for a tie endgame.
Yeah, we can see that the Walling is giving pressure and the gate is able to be opened in time. So if Doma chooses to go to chase the people out of the gate, the Walling is able to go for the rescue. But you see that Doma is learning from the past mistake and playing safe, camping the chair. But now the Walling ball has been bought. So now he's able to go to his ball, but we can see that instead of helping the Walling break the wall, the coordinator have just left and letting the Walling to go on his own, and now allowing the Doma even to get a draw. If there the Walling was on the pig, the coordinator was able to help the Walling break the wall, this would easily be a 3-man escape.
Yeah, or maybe the Goldman could have tried to get down the court over there because the court will be... No, he won't because it was at the other end. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, there's definitely potential for the survivor to get a 3-man escape. So I think that's a bit wasted potential, and I think the other thing is maybe the Walling could have positioned himself closer towards the gate rather than next to the chair, because this gave like the Hunter some reaction time over there. So yeah, I think this may be a tie, but both sides definitely made some errors that could have been like that. If one error less that it could have been like a better for both ends. Because the Goldman had a very good start but sort of blew it away. And then the survivors could have achieved a free man and also blew it away when the court did not break the wall.
Yes, Joe. I think that Goma has made a lot of mistakes, giving them so many chances in this game.
Yeah.
But in the end, the survivors have still made many mistakes, allowing the Doma to secure the draw.
Yeah. Both sides made some errors over here, which ended in this tie. But this tie is sufficient enough for Team Vacuity, or rather for Team Tianba to achieve the win in the best of one. Meaning that right now, Kiradona, or rather Vacuity's team, are in the disadvantage, and they cannot lose BO2 or else they'll be eliminated for good. So with that, we're going to be taking a quick break, and we'll see everyone after the break for BO2. See you in a bit.
See ya.
I have always believed that the most beautiful thing in this world is the smile of a child. They are always so delighted to see me. Except for this boy. He seems indifferent to everything. So many times, I still fail to understand.
I don't understand. What does this mean?
I still want to try, just one time, to get closer to you. Confused, unknown, quietness. Is this how you perceive the world?
他是我孩子呀，那我肯定不能放弃他。
I still wish to get closer to you.
他很小的时候就非常自己在。
3岁多的样子，
不看人，
之前也没有了解过。
对视。
但他还是我独一无二的宝贝嘛。虽然他确诊了孤独症，但他真的很善良。我想让他和其他孩子
我也想
他和其他孩子们一起啊。我只想你快乐、健康就好。我们永远都会爱你。
These stars shine with kindness. I have always cherished them, for they will never be extinguished. When the deep night surrounds you, may they become your stars in the darkness. Voyager 1, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
I've brought you many things this time too. Continue your journey with courage. Stay the course. I have always believed that the most beautiful thing in this world is the smile of a child. They are always so delighted to see me. Except for this boy. He seems indifferent to everything. So many times, I still fail to understand.
I don't understand. What does this mean?
他以前就不喜欢吃玩具。
I still want to try, just one time, to get closer to you. Confused, unknown, quietness. Is this how you perceive the world?
他是我孩子呀，那我肯定不能放弃他。
I still wish to get closer to you.
他很小的时候就非常自己在。
3岁多的样子，
不看人，
之前也没有了解过。
对视。
但他还是我独一无二的宝贝嘛。虽然他确诊了孤独症，但他真的很善良。我想让他和其他孩子
我也想
他和其他孩子们一起啊。我只想你快乐、健康就好。我们永远都会爱你。
These stars shine with kindness. I have always cherished them, for they will never be extinguished. When the deep night surrounds you, may they become your stars in the darkness. Voyager 1, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
I've brought you many things this time, too. Continue your journey with courage. Stay the course. I have always believed that the most beautiful thing in this world is the smile of a child. They are always so delighted to see me. Except for this boy. He seems indifferent to everything. So many times, I still fail to understand.
I don't understand. What does this mean?
他以前就不只会吃玩具。
I still want to try, just one time, to get closer to you. Confused, unknown, quietness. Is this how you perceive the world?
他是我孩子呀，那我肯定不能放弃他。
I still wish to get closer to you.
他很小的时候就非常自己在。
3岁多的样子，
不看人，
之前也没有了解过。
对视。
但他还是我独一无二的宝贝嘛。虽然他确诊了孤独症，但他真的很善良。我想让他和其他孩子一起上课。我也想他和其他孩子一起啊。我只想你快乐、健康就好。我们永远都会爱你。
These stars shine with kindness. I have always cherished them, for they will never be extinguished. When the deep night surrounds you, may they become your stars in the darkness. Voyager 1, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
I've brought you many things this time, too. Continue your journey with courage. Stay the course. I have always believed that the most beautiful thing in this world is the smile of a child. They are always so delighted to see me. Except for this boy. He seems indifferent to everything. So many times, I still fail to understand.
I don't understand. What does this mean?
他以前就不只会。
Oh, oops. Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to more Manor Regulars action. I'm your caster, Invisible Zhong, and joined by me is Panda, as we'll be heading into the second round of Team Tianba versus Team Vacuity. And keep in mind, this is a battle of who will be achieving or entering the finals. So both teams would be like doing their best, especially because the second place also has a prize money. And I'm very excited to see, because once again, Tianba fought all their way from the losers bracket, and Vacuity, they were third last tournament, and they're definitely wanting to be more than third this time around.
Yeah, so we can see that Team Tianba has substituted their Doma to Isokania, which is a more stable, stronger hunter, especially in terms of the meta. I think that Isokania doesn't have a Goatman, but his Opera and Shadow is still very skillful. So especially in Moonlit, I think that the survivors from Team Vacuity will be focusing on banning his Opera and letting out the IV. So I'm very interested in what Isokania will be playing. especially with the Ivy nerf.
Oh yeah. Oh, Lambo, you can begin. So yeah. Panda has actually mentioned this a bit already, so I'm going to head into the ban pick screen straight away, as Isokania is substituted in as Panda already mentioned, and also we can see that Moonlit River Park selected. So Moonlit is definitely, we know one thing for sure is that Opera Singer probably would get banned, because Opera Singer, despite nerfed, she's probably still very strong in this map. And for Ivy is not strong in Moonlit, adding her nerf. Though I do think though is that, because I also play Ivy, and I feel that her nerf is not, definitely has some effects, but not too significant. But I just think that Ivy is bad in Moonlit in general, it's too massive.
Yeah, Ivy really requires a lot of you have to be very skillful in it and not making any mistakes, especially in the terms of the scare. Because the scare CD now is around 18 seconds, so there's really barely any room for mistakes.
Oh yeah, if you miss one scare, then you have to like wait for around like quite some time before you can get a scare again.
Yeah, that's right. No.
So yeah, hold on. Let me check the ban pick in the meantime to see anything happen. Alright, so actually this is actually very interesting though, Panda, because okay, let's go through it because I just now was too busy checking something else. But first of all, the Priestess and the Mercenary are the first two being banned. And afterwards, Team Vacuity banned the Ivy, releasing out Isokania's Opera Singer. This is very interesting indeed, because yes, we all know Opera Singer got nerfed, like her flying is no longer that fast, but she's definitely still a force to be reckoned with, and get this, Moonlit is a map where Opera Singer is very, very strong at. So Vacuity letting it out means that they're very confident against it, I guess.
I would say Team Vacuity, maybe they're not very skilled in terms of those control type of hunters. That's the only explanation. Why would they be banning Ivy? Because they are not very good in when the hunter starts to control the ciphers.
Yeah, so we are
maybe this is why. Yeah, so maybe this is why they'll be banning Ivy. So they'll be because Opera has been out even longer, and Opera nerf is also quite bad. But I think they are more confident in terms of kiting against the Opera Singer than the Ivy.
Yeah. So we are going to be seeing the first two selections, and it's going to be the Puppeteer and the Patient. So yeah, Vacuity are definitely well prepared against this Opera Singer potential. And so I think the real question is, how good is Isokania's Opera Singer after the nerf? We've seen him play it, I think, like a couple of times where he almost achieved a 3K. So Opera Singer, despite significantly weaker, she is like not out of the meta yet, as she's still like something that you must respect. And we can see that Wildling has been banned because, yeah, I reckon that after the Opera Singer got nerfed, Wildling will be harder to chase. Because in before, there is a potential where the Opera Singer can chase the Wildling down, just from how fast she is at level 2 presence. But seems that with after her nerf, where her dashes take a longer amount of time, this seems to be much harder than before.
Yeah, so we can see that banning Wildling is very smart, as Wildling is very strong in Moonlit in terms of getting like rescuing, especially in big maps. So we can see that Team Vacuity has no other choice but to pick the Gravekeeper. Even though Gravekeeper is not very strong against the Opera Singer on Moonlit, there's no other rescuers that they can pick other than First Officer of it. But First Officer is not very strong in terms of his mobility, in terms of rescuing from one side to the other side. Mercenary being first, followed by Wildling, followed by the Gravekeeper. But there's also another possibility that Vacuity can choose of Aeroplanist instead, or like a Weeping Clown to utilize this mobility issue.
Yeah, I actually think that but Weeping Clown might also have a bit of an issue on his own. But the Gravekeeper, I don't think this is the best selection, because for Gravekeeper is very weak against the Opera Singer. In fact, the Opera Singer can chase the Gravekeeper and farm for presence and or anything though. Like, I feel that maybe it's better if they selected, as you mentioned, Aeroplanist, or even maybe Journalist is better than the Gravekeeper. Like, I know Gravekeeper got buffs and he now like like can use the shovels much faster and you can sort of rush with his shovels. Still, I don't think Gravekeeper's buff is enough for him to deal with an Opera Singer potential.
Yeah, but Gravekeeper is still strong in a way that his skill is able to allow him to get a free rescue. So if he's able to get a free rescue against Opera Singer, it's very good, because in terms of Opera Singer, you like to use the Tide Turner to buy time for your teammates to decode even more by dying in a corner, using the Tide Turner to fully utilize the chair type, you know?
Oh, definitely. I'm just worried that the Gravekeeper is going to get chased first. Though we do see the Seers being selected as the last one, so the Seer is definitely can be used as a way to prolong the kite. I'm just a bit worried that the Gravekeeper will end up taking hits fast, because this happened before when Opera Singer was stronger. And then again, and also, don't forget that Moonlit River Park is a map where Opera Singer is very strong at. Though I just think that, yeah, I'm trying to think why did faculty let it out, and I'm just thinking that maybe they believe that after Opera got nerfed, Opera Singer's Terror in Moonlit is not as strong as before.
You shouldn't be banning the IV also, ma.
True.
In terms of knowing Isokanya will play Ivy or Shadow, I would rather ban the Opera, because even though Opera has been nerfed, it is still very strong, especially on Moonlit. Especially if Isokanya dares to break M normal, it's still very scary.
Lambo, you can begin. So yeah, Opera Singer has been selected, and also yeah, I think just adding on to what you just said, if Opera Singer, or rather like the Shadow is not strong on Moonlit River Park, so I think either they, maybe they're too afraid of Isokanya's Shadow. That's why even though this is not a map where it's strong at, they prefer to ban it. But yeah, I'm just not understanding, because this map, Moonlit River Park, has been selected by Team Vacuity, and if you know that if you're planning to let out Isokanya's Opera Singer, then you won't select this map. So I'm not understanding Vacuity's map choices over here. So, but we'll have to see if this is gonna play off for them.
Yes, John. So knowing that Isokanya plays Opera Singer, it's very interesting on why they have chosen to ban the IV. But I think that they are just very confident in terms of Opera Singer, even though that this map is very good for Opera Singer. So let's see how would they be able to play against Isokanya. Maybe we can see maybe a 3 to 5 Cypher Kite, you know?
Yeah, though the thing is that they actually had the Patient at the first stop and the Puppeteer at the last stop with Tide Turner. Yeah, I'm not sure if I understand Vacuity's selections over here, because normally you have the Patient at the last stop and the Puppeteer at the first stop instead, because now this Puppeteer has nothing to kite with. Then how is he going to kite this one out? Having the Patient at the last stop, then the Patient does have a potential to kite this one out, but it's the Puppeteer instead, so they have to be very careful now.
Yeah, so you see that Isokanya has one behind the tent and is going immediately for the chase against the Puppeteer. So instead of going to the 4th stop station, the Puppeteer has chosen to kite to loop at the 2 power window, which is a very good choice.
Yeah, I don't think he really has much of a choice though, because there's nothing for him to kite at the other side anyway. So able to slam through the pallet. Let's see. Yup, able to force out the first Lewis over here. Here, Cardona just kiting this one out a bit, trying to prolong the kite. Able to go through the pallets. But with how fast these pallets are being gone... Oh! Is able to get a stun though. But I was trying to say, with how fast these pallets are gone over here, Cardona will have to look for the Seers out in very emergency time.
Yeah, you can see that now the Opera Singer has managed to force the second Lewis, and Cardona is now being trapped at the 10 area.
Yeah, he's just one more Lewis. Oh, in the dangerous area for Lewis being forced out. And oh, this time it's going to force out a swing though. And with these pallets all being gone, their last option is going to be asking the Seer for the owl. So, yep.
You can see that Isokanya is lagging.
Yeah, he definitely lagged for a bit over there, entering a pause. But let's see at the situation. Because just now we can see that the Seer Cypher was at 70 to 80, Gravekeeper was at 60, and with the help of one more owl, they probably can prolong this for 20 or 30 more seconds, which is enough for the first wave to almost be done. So this is like looking like a 2.5 Cypher Kite. Oh, by the way, Lambo, if you see him lag, you can pause later, okay? Lambo, he said okay. Yeah, pause if you see someone lag. Alright, we're back in the game now as Mother Talzin will be continuing to chasing after Kuradonna. Kuradonna still has a Sears out, a Sears spectating. Is able to predict the blink over there though, allowing to prolong quite an amount of time, but Kuradonna has nothing left to work with, and down he still goes. But this is actually a near free Cypher Kite, which is very impressive considering the fact that this is a Tide Turner puppeteer.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that even though the Seer have predicted the blink very well, but Kuradonna is not able to buy even more time after eating the Seer pill, immediately going down after Isokania has hit the bird. So now you can see Isokania is able to locate the Gravekeeper location roughly, and is trying to see if he's able to force the Gravekeeper out of the shovel earlier, but the Gravekeeper utilized the new buff and dashed towards the chair. So Iso kinda thought that Griff was immediately going for the rescue, but turns out he used the shovel to prevent from going.
Hold on though, but this health is
getting a double down.
Actually, the health line just now was very dangerous. Like, I don't know if you saw that, but it was like 2 seconds from before over half. So that was a very risky move from the Gravekeeper, which did end up paying off. And now with the Tide Turner coming into play, Pictus is able to prolong a significant amount of time, as Kuradonna will be running far away from where the Carousel Cypher is to not disrupt anything, and I think the survivors are now actually in position to try and play for a format endgame if they wanted to.
Yeah, so we can see that now Kaisokana has chosen the chair behind the tent. Someone has to come for the rescue, but the Gravekeeper is unable to rescue because he's half health, and now he's only forced the Seal to come and rescue, but the Seal is already been able to be found very far away, but Isokana has misjudged the location of the Seal and allowing the Seal to get the distance towards the chair. So now we can see that the Seer is able to did not press his flywheel in time, but is still able to get the rescue down.
Yeah, hold on, actually, this is a very dangerous situation because the Seer does not have borrowed time though. So wait, if the ciphers not enough though? I thought the ciphers were enough over there, but yeah, I think the ciphers were not enough. I thought it was enough, but now this is actually in a bad position as the Gravekeeper it's right at the Hunter's face too.
We can see that Isokana has did a very brilliant hit the puppeteer through the Seer, which the puppeteer did not even expect and did not press the Lewis in time. So now you can see that Isokana has checked the Gravekeeper at the last cipher, and the Seer has immediately decoded a new cipher already.
Yeah, so I think in one quick swipe though, things went from very good to very bad into the survivors, because I think like just now I misjudged the cipher progress, so I thought it was enough, but it was actually far from enough, and the Seer actually barely. Yeah, it was actually very risky over there. But now the patient is the one get in the vicinity, and the patient is able to like drag this one out because the patient has 3 hooks to work with, and the Seer is already around, or rather the Cypher's around 50%. Hold on, patient! Gonna get found, gonna take the hit! I don't think the patient can pull off this rescue here, Panda!
Yeah, we can see that the patient is unable to get the rescue in time, and now it looks like a 4-kill elimination already, but we can see that the patient managed to take the carousel, avoiding the hit, but it's still going down. And it really looks like a 4K elimination by Isokania, which for Team Faculty side is not acceptable, as now for Team, if Faculty survivors get 4 kills, Mother Talzin has to go for a 4K elimination, if not they'll be eliminated 2-0.
Yep, so we can see that right now Isokania will be marching towards the Seer, and the Seer has to take a run for it, so let's see. Does Mother Talzin, or rather does Isokania know which direction the Seer went? Doesn't seem like it for now. The Seer can potentially try and drag this one out as... Oh, yeah, I think Isokania did not know the approximate direction of where the Seer went, and he must have thought that the Seer was trying to like double back to rescue, but the Seer's already making a run toward the dungeon, as Isokania doesn't seem to know where the dungeon is, so he's now wasting no time trying to locate the dungeon location, but after I think he already went through like 3 or 4 possibilities, so he definitely should know that the dungeon is indeed behind the ghost house.
Yeah, so we can see that the Seer does have flywheel, but we can see that Isokania has also blink it up and ready. But we can see that Isokania is not able to see the seer location for some reason, as he wasn't looking at the 5 pallet area. So you see that now that the seer has some room to work with, and even going for that one-man escape.
Yep, I think it is really the for fly effect. So let's see. Oh, peepers to tell the location. Yeah. Oh, fly. Oh!
Why will you swap to people?
To be fair, I was thinking it's either peepers or patroller.
Patroller is even much better, but you can leave the blink. Oh my god.
No, to be fair, it's either peepers or patroller. But I think the error was not from that, but it was more of he could have saw the seer from that direction, but he failed to locate the seer. I feel like that was the defining thing.
We can see that now Manor 1000 has some room to work with. He has to go for the 3-man elimination. Right? It's better than compared to our 4-man elimination. And if Manor 1000 is able to 4K in this Moonlit, especially this is a map that Team Faculty has chosen, they have an advantage going to BO3.
I definitely think that here the biggest error for Team Faculty is when they had the Gravekeeper come in to try and block when the Cybers are beyond enough, and the Gravekeeper not making it in time and just using up his last shovel and going down the Hunter's face puts him in a bad position. And I think for Isokania, his error was when he failed to locate that the seer ran across the other side of the cipher or the bridge, because per my memory there was like tinnitus, but he went towards the wrong direction and thought the seer was double backing, and that allowed the seer to make it towards the dungeon scot-free.
Yeah, we can see that both Faculty and Team Tianpa has made very crucial mistakes allowing to the outcome, but we can see that Team Faculty has managed to overcome these mistakes and allowing them to go for that one-man escape.
Yep, so with that, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll see everyone after the break. See you in a bit.
See ya.
I have always believed that the most beautiful thing in this world is the smile of a child. They are always so delighted to see me. Except for this boy. He seems indifferent to everything. So many times, I still fail to understand.
I don't understand. What does this mean?
I still want to try, just one time, to get closer to you. Confused, unknown, quietness. Is this how you perceive the world?
他是我孩子呀，那我肯定不能放弃他。
I still wish to get closer to you.
他很小的时候就非常自己在
3岁多的样子，
不看人，
之前也没有了解过
对视。
但他还是我独一无二的宝贝嘛。虽然他确诊了孤独症，但他真的很善良。我想让他和其他孩子一起，我也想他和其他孩子一起。我只想你快乐、健康就好。我们永远都会爱你。
These stars shine with kindness. I have always cherished them, for they will never be extinguished. When the deep night surrounds you, may they become your stars in the darkness. Voyager 1, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
I've brought you many things this time, too. Continue your journey with courage. Stay the course. I have always believed that the most beautiful thing in this world is the smile of a child. They are always so delighted to see me. Except for this boy. He seems indifferent to everything. So many times, I still fail to understand.
I don't understand. What does this mean?
他以前就不只会这些玩具。
I still want to try, just one time, to get closer to you. Confused, unknown, quietness. Is this how you perceive the world?
他是我孩子呀，那我肯定不能放弃他。
I still wish to get closer to you.
他很小的时候就非常自己在。
3岁多的样子。
不看人，
之前也没有了解过。
对视。
但他还是我独一无二的宝贝嘛。虽然他确诊了孤独症，但他真的很善良。我想让他。
哇塞
Hello, we're back with potentially the final match between Team Vacuity and Tianba. And I said potentially because it depends on the score of the last round. Because here's just a quick recap. After winning 5-3, Tianba managing a free elimination with their hunter Isokania means that their survivors only need to achieve a tie in order to win this round, and for Vacuity, they must, like Mother Towson, must achieve a free-man elimination in order to bring this into a BO, bring this into the third round. So things are definitely not looking good for Vacuity, and they need to step their game up.
That's right, Jong. So we need to see that Mother Thousand has to take this pressure for his survivors and going for the 3-man elimination, and hopefully he can even go for the 4-man elimination. If Mother Thousand is able to go for the 4-man elimination, it really helps Team Vacuity a lot in BO4, especially they just have to go for a draw. BO3 especially, they just have to go for a draw both sides.
Yep, definitely. So Lambo, you can begin. And once again, this is maybe the potential final match. So I think for Team Tianba, I'm expecting something like Embalmer to appear. Embalmer, like Priestess, or like Wildling, the king of ties, the survivors king or queen of ties will all make a grand appearance. And for Mother Towson, he definitely needs to pull out something he's very confident with. And we're probably expecting Geisha to get banned because Geisha in Moonlit River Park is very terrifying. So I think for Mother Towson, he probably needs to pull out a different hunter, and he must achieve at least a free man with it too.
Yeah, so I would say most likely Mother Thousand will be picking the opera singer, but knowing that Mother Thousand is opera singer and opera singer and geisha, I'm not very sure what would Tianba be banning at the moment, John.
Yeah, I'm not too certain though, so only one way to find out as the ban picks have begun, and we can see that Seer and Priestess are continuing to get banned, as it is going to be like a signature thing with Mother Towson, Priestess, and Seer have been removed, and Geisha has been banned from Tianba's side, which is very what we expected because Mother Towson's Geisha is very strong, especially in this map, Moonlit River Park. So I'm trying to think, because we did see Mother Towson with Dream Witch in the past, and if that's the case though, but Dream Witch in Moonlit River Park in this meta is not necessarily the strongest. So I think if Mother Towson has an opera, it is definitely the best to pull out now.
Yeah, I think Mother Thousand have no other choice but to pick either the Drum Witch or the opera singer. It really depends on what Mother Thousand is more confident in. And Tianba has already banned his geisha, so he's forced to use these two remaining hunters unless Mother Thousand has a secret trump card like a Breaking Wheel or a Hermit, which is a high potential.
Alright, so let's
kill more.
Yep, let's see what's up. Up here, the survivors currently are... I think it's not loading for me, let me check real quick. Currently, yeah, it wasn't loading for me. The first two survivors being selected are the Wildling and the Aeroplanist, so I think they're going full out transitional, knowing that you don't have Geisha to play with. And Wildling is also the king of ties, because the Wildling getting on the board means that he can guarantee rescue, guarantee transition, and guarantee just everything. So let's see. Puppeteer is the next one being banned, so we are probably expecting a single hit hunter. which is either the Dream Witch or the Opera Singer both have potential. Like, we did see Mother Talzin's Dream Witch in the past, but we just don't know if it is going to be selected now or it's an Opera Singer.
Yeah, we can see that Mother Talzin has banned Puppeteer, which really looks like a Opera pick by Mother Talzin. But you can see that Team Tianba has chosen an Embalmer, which is a very high draw or even one run escape.
Yeah. To be fair, one run is exactly what they need. Like, for Tianba, even if things are looking bad, they can just throw everything out and play for one man. So we are seeing the last one being selected or banned is the Weeping Clown. So with that Weeping Clown ban, I am thinking leaning towards like a Dream Witch, because if it is an Opera Singer, I don't think an Opera Singer would necessarily ban the Weeping Clown, but I think if you're playing a Dream Witch, then this makes sense.
Clown is strong against the Opera Singer in terms of,
really?
especially when the Opera Singer haven't opened his first skill, he's able to get a lot of distance, forcing the Opera Singer to means like swinging out of the shadow to able to dash again.
I see.
So we see that Team Tianba has chosen a stable healer, which is the psychologist, able to blow whistle the Wildling to go for a second rescue.
Yeah, this is definitely. Yeah, so I think this team come from Tianba literally has "We want a tie" written all over their face. And I think if Mother Talzin was planning to play a Dream Witch, this might be a huge problem, because Dream Witch will be hard to break through this team comp. Like, it's very strong on Tianba's side. So I reckon if he had an Opera Singer, he definitely should pull it out now, because Opera Singer will be much, much stronger against this team comp comparing to Dream Witch.
Yeah, he can. But I would say there's only 3 possible hunters that can even kill more in this team comp. One being the Breaking Wheel, one being Opera Singer, and one more most likely will be the Gamekeeper. Because this is still a very strong map for Gamekeeper. If Mother Talzin has a Gamekeeper, it's still possible for go for a 3k elimination.
Oh yeah, you reminded me about the Gamekeeper. Gamekeeper was meta at Koa 7, and yes, he got nerfed, but you're right. This Moonlit River Park, a very, very strong map for Gamekeeper, and Gamekeeper can hook the Wildling off the board, can hook the Aeroplanist while he's dashing, and Psychologist and Bomber doesn't have items to work against it. This actually makes sense. I do wonder, does Mother Talzin have it? Like, I like to watch a good Gamekeeper game, and this is actually possible with this team comp.
So let's see what Mother Talzin will be picking. And will he be picking those like risky personas like Trump Card, Insolence, or something?
I think he probably needs to. He probably needs to if he wants to win. Like, he needs at least a free man here. So, Trump Card Insolent, or rather, like Trump Card Confined Space, Fast Path Breaking, whatever. So, we're currently still waiting on Tianba to lock in their personas, and with them only needing a tie, I think we may not even see that many like borrowed time from them. Let's see, what else are we expecting from them? Currently though, once again, ladies and gentlemen, because Tianba only needs a tie, that's why we are seeing them like selecting the way they are. I'm just trying to think what next. Oh, yeah, the persona has already been selected for Tianba. We're waiting on Vacuity's Survivors, or Vacuity's Hunter pick. Like, if it's up to me to guess, it would be Opera Singer, just because I feel like Mother Talzin does not have too many choices, and Dream Witch will have a massive trouble breaking through this team comp.
So, if Mother Talzin really have to go for a 4k elimination, it will either be the Opera Singer or a Gamekeeper. So we can see that Mother Talzin has chosen the Opera Singer like expected.
Lampo, you can begin.
And I wish him all the best, able to go for this 3 to 4k elimination in order for them to even advance to BO3.
Yeah, I think the thing with Opera Singer against this is that Opera Singer is actually very strong, because like, this is a map where she's very good at, and also the Psychologist and Aeroplanist can't kite out too long against an opera singer. But for Tianba, if they want to achieve the tie, how the wildling spore will be used and how the Embalmer's coffin will be used is going to be the key. Because those two are the tie survivors, and if they want the tie, then they have to use those items effectively. Because in theory, like no one from this team comp, apart from the wildling, can really kite out an opera.
Yeah, I would say, even though they have chosen aeroplane is not very strong in terms of kiting full stop compared to like a patient or an acrobat.
Yeah, alright, we're heading in the game. And I think, per my memory, this is the first time that Mother Thousand has played opera singer in this chapter. So let's definitely look forward to it. But Tianba is definitely prepared for opera singer because we see that them having 3 broken windows, and the Embalmer indeed did not bring borrowed time. So this is what we're expecting, and Tianba also expected this opera. Let's see how this plays out as Mother Thousand looking for the 3-man elimination to keep his team alive.
Yes. So you can see the survivors has chosen a very basic spawn, which is the same spawn every team will be spawning against the opera singer on Moonlit Rail Park. So we can see. So let's see where will Manor Thousand be spawning at to go for the first chase. So we can see that Manor Thousand will be spawning at the broken carousel, going for the Embalmer at first stop. You don't really see opera singer spawning at first stop because it's very time consuming as survivors can immediately take the train, buying that guaranteed 10 seconds to 15 seconds.
Yeah, so I mean everyone will be hard to chase. It's just the choice of personal preferences in the end. But the Embalmer definitely can kite for a bit, take a hit, take off the tram, and then kite for, and also like after dropping off the coffin just to drag for time. It's like this: I know I cannot kite you out, so I'm just gonna drag for more time. As Mother Thousand will be heading straight towards the first stop Embalmer, Embalmer will be dropping off the coffin, and yep, he will be in no hurry to like use the roller coaster straight away. Going to drop down, make a loop first before using it.
Yeah, you can see that even though Manor haven't been picking the opera singer in a while, his skills are still very high and very excellent in terms of his dashing. Is very fast, even though after the nerf.
Yeah, very proficient indeed. So Embalmer is going to take off, and because Mother Thousand used his Shadow Dance, so he's forced to like just use Barefoot to get over there. And let's see, oh, but the Psychologist already went over there and propped the gate for him, or rather, the stop for him, so the Embalmer is able to transition massively. So this is working out for them indeed, as the Embalmer is able to kite out for a very long amount of time, and the Psychologist is long range healing him back up. So this is like back to like square one for Mother Thousand with the coffin dropped.
Yeah, you can see that now Manor Thousand is now even lost and not very sure where the Embalmer is, and now it's then starting to get a chase. He knows that the coffin is all the way at first stop, is unable to chase. He'll be going for this aeroplane instead. You see the aeroplanes have made a bit of mistake in terms of his dashing and able to get the first hit. Running back towards the shadow, Manor Thousand can use the return on the Shadow Dance, and now going for the airplanes, and the airplane is now trapped. And now you can see that Manor Thousand does not have Blink and has brought Abnormal instead.
Uh-oh. Oh, but the airplane has actually made sort of another weird dashing upside and actually like propelling himself off the first stop, allowing him to go down. And actually this is not a bad start for Manor Thousand. Yes, this may be very long, but just look at the amount of items they wasted. Like, they had to go and pop the gate or the second stop for him. The Embalmer was all the way there. The airplane has made way, and all this adding it together means that the ciphers were not, like, there's only like 1.5 ciphers in progress currently.
Yeah, we can see that even Manor Thousand has also brought Abnormal, so now abnormaling the Wilding Cipher at the bridge, so the ciphers are now even more slower.
Oh, but the Wildling failing to get off the board. Talking about adding salt into the wound, as this is now, the ciphers are now even far from enough with the Wildling getting a double down. Airplane is just one more like jetpack to use, but that jetpack will not help him transition for more, and now he's gonna get down. And so we can see that the Embalmer already like used this opportunity to transfer the coffin. So then, and I think maybe they should have like instantly respawned now because, but Manor Thousand opting to chair him at this chair, but I think that's not the best idea because he knows that the Embalmer is at the other side. So the coffin would not be at this side of the map though.
I think Manor Thousand a bit confused how does Embalmer works anymore, because the last time he saw the coffin was at first stop, so he thought that chairing at first stop was correct. because he thought the coffin will be at first stop, but I think Mother Thousand a bit panicking at the moment, not paying attention to the coffin location, and now realizing it's too late. And remember how Embalmer was able to get the whistle from the psychologist? I feel like they're gonna do exactly the same thing against the airplanes. We can see that they're already doing it now, blowing the airplanes to buy even more time.
Yeah, that was a bit of an error on Mother Thousand's side, though. To be fair, the good thing though is that now this aeroplanist does not have anything to work with. He does not have any more jetpacks, and the survivors do not have any more items to save him in general. So let's see. Oh, not being able to get the swing though, which is unfortunate, because now I think the fourth cipher is about to be done, and they only have one more cipher remain as this aeroplanist is looking to drag for more time.
Yeah, I would say this doesn't really look good on Mother Thousand's side, as he still have not able to get it down on the airplanes, and he's not able to utilize the abnormal again. There's a high possibility that airplanes will be able to kite till the cipher is prime, going for that format endgame. Especially if you can see that the Walling have gotten onto his ball and now coming to the OB to support the airplanes.
So yeah, we'll have to see though, because if Mother Thousand wants to win, he cannot use this trade before endgame, but the aeroplanist is, or rather the Walling is already in the vicinity prepared to support. I think Mother Thousand lost his best opportunity, because now this Walling LB is giving him a very hard time.
Yeah, we can see that Mother Thousand is very struggling to even get the down on the aeroplanes. We can see that both ciphers are, one is at 90%, one is at 40%, and the Walling is still able to body block. And we need to remember that the aeroplanes does have borrowed time. Or you see that he's able to hit the airplanes through the Walling and is able to get the down on the airplanes. But now we can see that the ciphers is all the way at the other side at the 5 pallet area. But Mother Thousand have to swap to trump card. If he swap to the trump card, the ciphers can immediately decode the 10 cipher, which he's unable to control.
Yeah, but he doesn't have much options, does he though? So now let's see. Oh, Embalmer using the flywheel effect. I think this also gave Mother Thousand the knowledge that this Embalmer does not have borrowed time. So this may be something that the Embalmer can, or rather Mother Thousand can abuse. And this is only the one thing left that he can really abuse at this point of time. So let's see, Mother Thousand looping around here, looking to down this Embalmer before the ciphers are primed. As the Embalmer will have to try and kite until the ciphers have been primed, which would be very hard. So let's see though, because killing the Embalmer is in like a safe spot, but the palace here is dwindling down fast.
Yeah, we can see that Embalmer doesn't have borrow time, which is a high potential for Mother Thousand to go for this tree, go for the draw potential. But if knowing the survivors are forcing the ciphers, they can immediately go for the cipher pop immediately and go for the gate. Especially the teleport CD is not ready. If they go for a rescue, there's a chance that Mother Thousand will be able to swing the Embalmer through the Walling after the rescue and immediately getting down on the Embalmer and buying time for his teleport, which is able to go for that 3-man elimination.
I'm actually a bit confused on why didn't Mother Thousand chair at the basement there, because we saw the basement was in the vicinity and he could have gained a lot of chances. Now everything hinges on, does this block happen? This block does not happen though. The survivor's popping straight away, but that's a bad move because the Walling is still in the vicinity. Walling just got off the board. That means that the Walling cannot kite this one out. So let's see though, can Mother Thousand down this Walling fast? This might be entertaining, but it seems that Mother Thousand wants to play it safe and go for the chair because he definitely remembered how this came back to haunt him in the first round. But we can see that though now the thing is that, oh, teleport's gonna come in play, but I think maybe the teleport was a bit too fast. But the psychologist not going down here may change things though. I feel like if I was Mother Thousand, I would have waited a bit longer, because now he tries to predict the Walling going for here, but the Walling was not in this vicinity, meaning that the Walling can rush out through the gate. So I feel like this was definitely a bit of a blunder on Mother Thousand's end, as his teleport was a bit too early, because now the Walling definitely can make it out towards the gate, or can he though? 82%, 90%, this is very close. Both of them are running out. Can they make it? Yes, they can!
We can see that this game really looks like a 4K elimination already, but Mother Thousand was very panicking, allowing the teleporting too early, in the sense that allowing the Walling to give enough pressure, making sure that he's able to go to the gate or even go to the rescue at any time. It's very unfortunate that he was able to get, the psychologist was able to get a better stun on Mother Thousand after the teleport, buying so much time, forcing the Opera Singer to go back, as he knows that he's unable to down the psychologist in time, and allowing the Walling to rescue if he chooses to stay and chase the psychologist. But in terms of already teleporting, I would say it's better to commit to the psychologist instead of going back to the chair, especially the Walling is still on his ball.
Yeah, definitely would be better to commit to the psychologist. Then after the Walling pulls the Embalmer off, you know that the direction of where those two survivors are, then you can go back and try to get one more down. So, yeah, I just felt a bit unfortunate on Mother Townsend's part because he definitely had potential for that 3-4 game to turn this game around. But with that, I believe we have a winner, ladies and gentlemen. So congratulations to Team Tianba for defeating Faculty and advancing to the finals, managing, starting the live stream round at the loser's bracket, but winning 4 matches in a row to claw their way towards the finals. So with that, Tianba, who is second in Group B, will be facing off against IVE in the first place of Group B once again tomorrow in the finals.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on, let me just contact for Team Tianba. Give me a second. Yeah, so with that, congratulations for Tianba. So when they're ready, we're gonna head into the interview VC straight away. Hello. Hello. Yeah, most obvious question out of the way first. So you guys just won. How does it feel?
Feel good.
I feel relief. And it was a really nervous match just now.
Oh yeah, it definitely was.
My hands are still shaking.
that last match there definitely was very, very terrifying because it really felt like one thing done differently that it could have been a 4-man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think what really helped you is that team comp and Bomber Psychologist team comp that you all have chosen. What were you thinking when you decided this team comp?
So basically we want to use Embomber because it is a big map, and for Psychologist because she heal people very, very fast by using the whistle, and Wilding because we don't have much rescuer. Yeah.
But it worked in your favor perfectly because we can see that you completely abuse the roller coaster along with the Psychologist heal very perfectly. So was that coordinated and planned on your part?
Yes. We plan out before the match. Yes.
Oh yeah, and that worked perfectly. And as for your hunter, the opera singer over there, for Ice over there, it was also an amazing play because for a split moment it seemed like the puppeteer was able to drag for a lot of time, but yet able to utilize the chances they got. So for Ice, want to tell us what were you thinking and how did you achieve that free man after the start?
Believe myself, I think. I just believe myself and
yeah. And also one more thing is that you're playing against Mother Townsend and you all knew that he had a geisha. So have you planned against it with this potential geisha?
Yes. Yeah. So I also use geisha to train with them.
You use geisha. Then how was the result during your training with geisha?
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm. So one more thing, you'll be playing against IVE once again. After starting in the losers bracket, you won 4 matches in a row, and you'll be playing against them again. So are you feeling excited? How are you feeling knowing you're gonna play against IVE again?
I feel that it's happy. Because I can met them again. They are very strong.
we all feel anxious about the final match because Ivy is a really strong team and we need a lot of preparation for winning this team.
Yep, and in fact, we already have an IVE player here, so anything you all want to say to each other before the finals tomorrow? Panda, do you have anything you want to say to them?
All the best.
Alright, I think that answers it. So yeah, once again, congratulations Tianba for making to the finals.
Oh my goodness, Zhang! That is big!
I swear, if I hear that one more time.
Oh my goodness, Zhang! That is big!
I am so going to punch Jeff for that. Oh my gosh. And anyways,
I need to say something.
Yeah?
I did win.
Yeah.
The match is on tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow too, same time, best of 5.
Oh, okay. I thought today is BO5, you know.
Oh, there's a bit of a confusion, but only the finals was best of 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, anyways, congratulations to Team Tianba for making it to the finals. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And for everyone
thank you.
Yep, thank you. And for everyone in the stream, this will be the end of today's stream. And Team Tianba will be playing off against IVE to fight for the winners tomorrow. So make sure to stay tuned tomorrow and find out who will be the winners of Chapter 6. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.